So today we have another use case in supply chain, that is for diamond provenance. We know that diamond is a most valuable asset, any thing in this world, and that's why for lots of the fraud, lots of the cases came in daily life, and most of the customer after payment of that diamond found that this particular diamond is not that quality, or sometimes it is not really a diamond. So to check the quality of that diamond and to avoid the kind of fraud, so blockchain can help in this, and certain solutions are also available. But before that, let's understand this life cycle of diamond manufacturing. So we all are aware about that certain mining is done on for diamond. So this is the mining process, and after that the kind of some rough salts done, and after that it is checked that what will be the use of that diamond in form of jewelry or something else. So that type of planning is there. Then a kind of laser cutting, then certain kind of polishing of that. So these are some steps are involved. After that, certain certification sometimes needed. Certification means suppose it is cross check that whether this mining is doing for some war purpose or some you can say terror kind of activity. So whether it is used for funding for this type of activities or not. So to prohibit all this type of activity, it is ensured that it should not be like that, and then certification is done, and then it is stored. These are some statistics we have that approximately the insurance fraud lost annually approximately $45 for $45 billion, and 10 to 15% of the claims paid out that they are later found to be fraudulent. After payment, they found that this is the case of fraud. Annual cost for jewelry fraud to insurance authority are approximately $2 billion, and 65% of all these fraudulent claims got undetected. So this is a very potential use case where blockchain can play an important role. And we have a solution, the important one, that is everlaser.io. This is the link you can explore. This is the very important one. This Everlaser basically work for provenance of the diamond. So it tracks the provenance of diamonds from mines to jewelry stores to avoid certain kind of fraud. And it basically considers, it measures more than 40 physical attributes of diamond, such as cut and clarity, and there are so many attributes which is considered in this that can be used to uniquely identify a diamond. And after that, it is recorded on the blockchain. And for unique identification, certain kind of microscopically inscribed in the diamond. So this technique is used to insert this digital information in the diamond so that it can be uniquely identified. And over 2 million diamonds are tracked on this network. This Everlaser is built on Hyperledger Fabric, which is a popular platform developed by IBM, and it was basically open source. So diamond life cycle. Let's understand this. that as I talked about the cutting, certification, certain kind of distribution. So these are some police trade, some retail trade are involved here related to retail, purchase, insurance authority. Sometimes it happens that someone can sold it and then they can repair and then resell. So these are some attributes shown here. You can see carat, 8 carat, clarity, colors. So all these type of attribute, these informations can be stored on the blockchain, and all the entities involved in this whole process, they can check, it can be verified, it will be in open domain. So this is the basic potential of blockchain in this particular use case. Certain kind of error can also be checked, and it can be used for that for certain cases like content, whether it is content error and some kind of mismatch between the communication among the retailer, supplier, carrier, and so many data exchanges are going on. So it can be possible here for the compliance of supply chain. Now, this is a very interesting fraud case. It was there was a contract between the oil service company and Pemex, and the Pemex was the bank who was they and this Pemex and Pemex have the financial deal, and it happened that oil service company terminated the contract with the Pemex. And what happened that although this contract was terminated, this Pemex and Banamex, some employees were fraud, and they sent some fraudulent invoices from Pemex employee to Banamex, and that was a fraud invoice. And then the employee from Banamex who was also with them and malicious behavior, they both part from Banamex and Pemex. This fraudulent employee did this fraud, and the increase in credit capacity from Banamex employee, and the fraudulent invoices from Pemex to Banamex, and this vicious circle was going on until it was caught, and till then $585 million was the fraud case between this oil service company for that. So these type of cases is possible because all these things are in mostly things are in manual. So it was not in the open. The actual authority were not aware about this fraud. So this type of fraud we can remove. It can be caught very early if we use the blockchain platform. So this is all about the supply chain. In next video, I will talk about some more use case like related to container problem and code related issue, and that will be the last slide for the financial services. So enough for today. Thank you.